That Pedal Commander Burnout Box currently empty. We'll throw a couple cars in there, a little track cleanup. Diego Higa, Taylor Hull. Diego Higa called that competition time out in that Higa Racing 86 that was previously campaigned. If you actually look on the valve covers, it's got Turk on the actual valve covers because that was his previously campaigned vehicle of Ryan Turk. So Diego Higa, who qualified fourth, will lead a great qualifying position, a very proven car. Now at the helm is Diego Higa, this Brazilian driver. Taylor Hull, the Comp Cams Yellow Speed Racing Corvette from right here, Sonoya, Georgia. Also, just an FYI, Type S is selling a bunch of products here on site, special Formula Drift pricing. Of course, you can go to typesauto.com, pick up the signature Larry Chen light. If your phone's going dead, guess what? Type S has a solution for you. We have the Formula Drift, again, Larry Chen light and power bank. We have the underglow kits. We got the jump starter with a built-in USB-C cable and LCD display. Special Formula Drift pricing brought to you by Type S, the official lighting of Formula Drift, both on site here, special pricing, and then, of course, if we don't have it here, you can always go to typesauto.com and your local AutoZone. This is the title fight presented by Type S and AutoZone. So thank you for their support. And Diego Higa pulls to the line. He will lead. Taylor Hull will give chase. Diego Higa, Ryan, we've seen him in Hyperdrive, the Netflix show. You've spent some time with him and his family and team over in Brazil. What's some other points of interest for Diego Higa? What's he normally compete in?
Well, he usually drives a 350Z. That's what their shop is famous for, building and maintaining Nissan. So 350Z is his vehicle of choice. But this was a big jump, I think, for him to such a high horsepower car.
Here we go. Diego Higa will lead. Taylor Hull giving chase. I mean, come on. He's practically wearing a cowboy hat in the cockpit of that Corvette. Diego Higa initiates into that first inside clip. Let's see how Higa handles it. Taylor Hull needs to gain some ground here. Higa, he gets very disrupted by going off course. Higa goes in that second outside zone. Taylor Hull does gain some ground with those Kenda tires, ripping up into that second. Oh, and Diego Higa shuts it down. That's going to be an incomplete. You see his hand go out the window. Yeah, that will be a massive incomplete there for Diego Higa. A big advantage for the Corvette.
I'd be surprised if that car came back out on track, Jared. You could tell coming down the hill it didn't have the power that it's supposed to, and that's probably why they called their competition timeout earlier. I imagine the car was having some kind of issue that they tried to fix, and it looks like they did not fix it. The car's having some issues making power, it looks like. He barely got around this first inside clip, and then coming up the hill you can see the car straighten up quite a bit, and I think it's definitely having a mechanical issue that they haven't quite fixed. So he doesn't have a competition timeout left, unfortunately. That car may be what holds him back from competing any longer here in round two.
Yeah, I'm looking over at his spotters over here in the spotters tower. They're shaking their heads, frustration. They're wearing it, they're not wearing it well, and you could just see the frustration both with the car on the track and their spotters over here. So unfortunately, with the competition time out called, and then insult to injury, it not being 100%. So unfortunately, looks like Diego Higa, he's just gonna rip around.
That was a restart, Jared. I don't know, something with Taylor Hull, because Taylor Hull's the one that controls the restart in this situation, being the lead driver. The chase can leave early if they want to. So I don't know what occurred there. Maybe he didn't even leave the line, so potentially it was because he did not leave when the light went off when he was supposed to. Typically the restarts can be because he jumped the light, parked on the light, or hit a cone. And if he didn't leave the line at all, it tells me that he didn't leave the line when he was supposed to.
All right, so interesting there for Taylor Hull and Diego Higa. Taylor Hull has a major advantage here, that Comp Cam's Corvette. So Diego, he's leaving just way early. Taylor's like, whoa, that's way early. But that's yeah, I think Diego's just gonna go through the course. Maybe shake things down and see what's going on. Hopefully, just not 100% on power. All right, so Taylor Hull, as long as he completes the course. Taylor Hull in the Comp Cams Corvette gets the win. Your Georgia boy advances on into the top 16. Congratulations to the Comp Cams, Kenda Tire Corvettes. Comp timeout?
No, he doesn't have to call a competition timeout during this situation. It's a contact that doesn't result in an incomplete, where the drivers are, you know what, we're just going to give you some time to look at your car real quick.
Cool.
Make sure it's straight, make sure nothing's bent, and you'll both get back on track.
Yep, no discerning fault and no competition timeout being utilized. So while these guys are checking out their car, let's throw it down to Lorette Nickel.
Thanks, Jared. I just wanted to get a word. Diego, I'm so sorry you qualified fourth. It was your highest ever. And as we're looking under the hood, it seems like you're having turbo issues. Is that the problem?
Yeah.
Turbo went down.
Turbo broke it. Impossible driving this car. No usually the turbo. I need the power. The car no has a power. This situation. Shit happened.
I'm so sorry. You can see the emotion is so hard to deal with right now. And what do you and the team do at this point moving into round 3?
Let's go fix it, the turbo, and practice. Let's go to Orlando.
Diego, thank you very much for your time.
Well, you can see a very emotional Diego Higa there. You know, his English has come a long way since I first met him about 8 years ago. But you could tell that he was very emotional there, trying to control it. He's, I'm sure, a little bit nervous talking on camera as well. But you can see the turbo is toast. And he was saying there that you just can't drive that car without a turbo. You need the turbo.
Need it.
Doesn't make much power without it.
No,
and basically have an NA inline 6.
Well, we saw this yesterday with Jaden, right? Jaden's like, all right, caught fire. Let's